Hey guys, it's Lauren here behind the scenes. Today we're going to look at 3D modeling so that I can 3D print your design and bring it ready to make your necklace pendant. Alright, so before we get into this, we need to talk about what's going on behind the scenes. So in order to make your pendant, we have to break your object down into geometric shapes. So geometric comes from the word of geometry. So here we've got a simple example of a cube and a sphere. So there are three kind of things we can do with this. There are really just two that we're going to look at, addition and subtraction. So yay, we're going to go back to first grade or second grade and look at addition and subtraction again. Not too difficult here. Alright, so when you add, we're not adding numbers here, we're adding shapes. So when you add cube plus sphere, this is what you get. You add the two objects together, you get something like this kind of funny shape. But if you take cube, subtract sphere, you get this cool little, maybe that's a chair design. Maybe you'll be a fancy designer designing funky chairs in the future. That might be how you work with it. The last one we won't really talk about, but it's called intersection. So what this does, it takes cube and sphere, everywhere they're touching or overlapping, and deletes everything else. So it only takes wherever they overlap each other, and that's what you get left over. Okay? So it kind of makes sense. So cube plus sphere equals this funny shape. Cube subtract sphere, this cool chair design, and then intersection is here. So addition and subtraction, those are the two we'll look at. Once you can understand this geometry, and your design that you wish, we can make our nice little pendant. I'll show you today. I was thinking about a light bulb. Kind of looks like a, what are those things? Hot air balloon or something. I added a little hook for my necklace because I want it to be able to hang on my neck. And the cool thing was I wanted a flat back because I like it the way that it's going to rest on my neck with flat back, but I could have left it full shape if I wished, but that's my call. I'm the designer today, and then you guys will be the designer to make yours. Alright, so for example, maybe you're thinking about a cute little spoon necklace. Here, for example, you got a nice little cylinder. This you might start with a teardrop shape or a sphere that you stretch out, add those together, subtract a flat face, something like that. Perhaps you want something more complicated like a lamb. It's a whole bunch of little spheres added together. You've got addition of some rectangles. Here you probably add one of the pyramid shapes, subtract out the nose, things like that. So you can see once we start, we can get more complicated shapes. The more we understand, the more cute and complex our necklace can be. Since I'm still a beginner too, I wanted to do a light bulb. So if I look at the shape of a light bulb, I start to see like an artist, like a designer, the shapes within. So I see a sphere right here, see a funny little shape here. I could work with that. Today I'll probably not get all fancy because I'm just learning and practicing. And here I think I would make that a cylinder. Okay? So you can kind of see that in my design. If I wanted to get fancy, put more time into this, I could. But for now, we're going to make something like this. Okay. So once you have an idea of breaking down your sketch into the shapes that exist in this software, we've got cylinders, boxes, or rectangles, these kind of prisms, pyramids, sphere, wedge, cone, these little kind of like building blocks you had as a kid, these cool little things. We've got little rings here. These are like donuts. We've got more like the flat-faced donuts. So these are called torus, the official name. And then the thing about TinkerCAD is they give us a few more complicated shapes, like neat little symbols. There's no hashtag, I noticed, but we can probably make a hashtag. Maybe a little heart, a star, a dice, a diamond, things like that. Okay, so let's see, how can we make this? We gotta break down your shape. You probably sketched it all out nicely. So I hope you began to think about what kind of shapes are in your object. So we're going to delete that one and start from scratch. So just a quick note, this is TinkerCAD. So we're tinkering in a CAD software. CAD stands for Computer Aided Design. We're the designers today. This is free software you don't need to download. So tinkercad.com, you make your little login, it's free, and you can make anything you want, and I can 3D print it for you. Okay, so over here we've got the camera, so everything to do with the camera. We're going to click home, it'll bring us home. And this goes up, camera down, camera right, zoom in, go back to home. Okay, so kind of got the idea about the camera. This is our workspace, all our tools here. It's got the undo and redo, yay, thank goodness for that. Got some letters in here if you want to add your name. Okay, alright, so I'm going to start with my light bulb. So for my light bulb I want a sphere. Start out with, okay. So I want to just see this sphere a little bit better. So look around it, looks pretty nice, pretty even sphere. If I click it, you get all the options to modify it. So let's zoom in. So we've got these little white dots. If you hover over them, you get the dimensions. So I've got a width of 20 millimeters and a thickness of 20 millimeters. What's 20 millimeters again? 2 centimeters. I think I want my necklace a little smaller. So if I click this and I click this little thing, it's going to change the shape. This will get a little square, thinner. If you look now, it's a funny shaped sphere. It's no longer a sphere. You know why that is? Because hovering over this again, 10 millimeters and 20 millimeters, that's thickness and width. So they shouldn't be different if we want it to stay a sphere, okay? So I'm going to click undo. And there's a little trick for that. If we want all the dimensions, height, width, thickness, to stay the same and proportional, we hold shift as we change this, okay? So I'm going to shrink it down in all 3 dimensions. Okay, I like that, 1 millimeter. Or 10 millimeters, 1 centimeter. Okay, good. Cuter, it's a cute little sphere. Alright, so let's go back home in our camera, zoom in, the cute little sphere, go down. Okay. So you got that, how that works. So holding shift will make all the dimensions the same. And otherwise you'll be editing one at a time. So up here is how we can see the height. So 10 millimeters and 10 millimeters and 10 millimeters. Okay, so it's a pretty even sphere. Now if we want to move it but not stretch it out, this is translating it up. I'm going to translate it up here, just while I put in the sphere, or the cylinder. Okay. Alright, you can see the cute little shadow it makes. Now I'm going to pick a cylinder, bring it in. Ooh, that's a big cylinder. Okay, we've got the same deal going on here, all these white dots, and this moves it up and down. Those white things stretch it out. Okay, so I want, if this is 10 millimeters, I want about half that for my little bottom part of this. So half of 10 would be 5. So I'm going to hold shift. If I don't hold shift, this is what happens. Right? Funny little changes. So I'm going to undo. Hold shift. Shift is your best friend. We're going to go to 5. Make it much cuter. Okay. I think I got to zoom in to get a bit more details. Hold shift. And they stay the same. Good. And the height. Oh, yep. Height is 5. Width is 5. Depth is 5. Thickness is 5. Good. Alright, that looks much better. Alright, so now I want to make this go on top of this. So I think we got to align them. So what we got to do, we've got a neat tool for this. We could try our best. I've got my left and right buttons. Try our best to make them go align. But if we want to make them align using the computer, we're going to select both of them. So when you select, it should show a blue little halo here. Okay? So you notice you can't really select 2 at the same time unless, you know what the trick is? Shift, hold shift. And you've got both selected. Both got a blue halo. Okay? So they're both selected now. We're going to use this little adjust aligned. We're going to align them. So now we get the align the top, align the middle, align the bottom. This is going to show us a little preview of where that sphere and cylinder will go if we align them, right? So I think I want to align this way, because then they'll be right under each other. Perfect. And now what other alignments will we make? Well, they're definitely not aligned over here. So let's align this. Good. Okay, so now they look pretty much aligned. And good. Alright, but I want them touching. Otherwise, we can't do any constructive geometry, addition, subtraction, because it's got to be touching. Okay, so remember, these will stretch it out, all those white things. This black little arrow will move it up or down. So we move it down. I want them to touch. Good. Should touch a decent amount. Okay, let's take a look. Move to the right. Well, that still looks like a funny looking light bulb. I think I want this to go down a little bit. So go back to home on my camera, zoom in, and go down a bit. Okay, I want the sphere to go down just a little bit because I think it's a funny looking light bulb. Yeah, I like that. Good. Maybe I want to stretch out my light bulb just a little bit because I like the looks of it a little bit better, stretched out. Good. Alright. I like that. What do you think? Maybe up. So these are the fine details you can work on as much or as little as you wish. Alright, so we'll go back to home, zoom in. Kind of looks like an egg or something. Okay, alright. Now, these two things haven't been added together yet. We haven't done a union. Remember this? Union. We need to make them added. So we're going to select one, shift button, you guessed it, shift, press the other. They both got a halo on them now, right? Blue halo. We'll zoom in to see it. Now we're going to do something called group. Yay! They're all one piece now. One object. So if I move one, the whole thing comes with me. Press right on my arrow keys on my keyboard. Good. Alright, this could be ready if this is the necklace you want to make, the pendant. But I want to do some more details. I want to make a flat back. As I mentioned, I like it on my neck to be flat. It's your call. So, in order to do that, how will we make this part flat? Well, we got to do some subtraction here. So, I'm going to subtract these. Okay. So you can kind of see what would be left over. If I took blue, subtract red, we will get only this part left over, right? So you got to align it where you wish. Okay, let's take a look. Alright, I would like to subtract that. I think that looks good. Maybe pull it a little out. So I'm just moving it with my arrow keys. There you go. I think I'll like that for my necklace. So how do we do subtraction? Well, you kind of have two options here. Color, which makes it an object, or hole, which makes it invisible. So now it's a hole, and we have to group them now. So it's basically taking an object, subtracting a hole, or adding a hole. So remember, shift this, both got blue halos now, and group. Good. Yay, subtraction, flat back necklace. The last thing I did was I wanted a little loop so I could hang it from a chain. Okay, so I'm going to take this little donut here, a torus. Okay, but this is way too big. I'm going to make it much more cuter. First of all, I want it thinner. So I want the height to be just a little less. What a cute little one. And obviously it's way too big. Oh, look at that. It's kind of going to be a funny looking ring, right? Because I didn't hold down shift. I've got 9 millimeters, right? You see what's happening? So let's undo all that. Back to normal. Hold down shift. We want to make it evenly change, right? Good job. Okay. Is that going to be a good size? Alright, I kind of like that. Zoom in. So these are the things you want to play with. How fancy you want your necklace or not. Maybe I want it a bit thicker. It's up to you. You're the designer. Okay, I'm just trying to show you how to play with it. Okay. Probably want it about a millimeter height so that the printer can print it. Alright, fine. Make it just a little bigger. Okay, I'm going to start again. delete it with the delete button on the keyboard. Okay, I'm going to start. I won't change the height this time. Okay, 8 millimeters sounds good to me. Maybe a tiny bit. Okay, okay, I like this. There's a problem here. It's like lying down on the ground, but we want it to be up here on our necklace, on our pendant. So I do something, you probably heard of it in math, called rotation. Okay? And so to make it lying down on the ground up to standing up straight, we gotta do 90-degree rotation. So these are the rotation buttons. So there's 2 types of rotation we can do. See this one. See? Oh, doing nothing. Just rotating there on the ground. How about this one? Oh, yay! 90 degrees, exactly. Okay, good. Yes. Now we gotta do another type of rotation. Now we can do this one. Yes, 90 degree again. There you go. Good. All right. Now we want to do our aligning. So select that one. Shift to select the other. So they both got blue halos. And we want to align. Okay, let's see what would happen. Yeah, this will align the height, probably. Good. That will be aligned at the height. Now, yep, aligned at the center. Now let's see, what have we got? Oh, they're not aligned in this part here. What would happen? All right, let's see then what's going on. Okay. Okay, we can align it. I think I want that thing to be right there. Okay, we want our ring to go up just a little bit more. So select not that blue thing, but this orange thing. It's got the halo. I'm gonna make it go up. Good. Let's see what that looks like from the front. Yeah, that looks pretty cute. I like that. Okay, zoom in, maybe bring our camera down. Maybe a little bit lower. No, higher. Okay, I like that. So now there are 2 colors still, so that means they're not one object yet. So hold shift, I'm going to add them now. So group, that's like the adding. Good, that's our necklace. And you can keep going as little or as much as you'd like. You can add other little things, like let's say maybe you want a heart on your little light bulb there. So for example, you got that. You have to rotate it 90 degrees. You know, as much or as little you wish to do this time around. You're just learning, so just practice as much as time you've got. But after a while, you'll be able to make some really nice shapes. So let's try to align these, select both. You can kind of see all those things get repetitive. So what would happen? Nope, nope. Okay, can't see over here. What would happen? Yeah, let's align their centers. Alright, so you'll get playing around. There you go, both in the center. Good. So now we can move it and select this. Use my left keyboard button. There you go. So this would be my shape. Let's take a look. If we union them, if we add them together, what would it look like? Okay, so select, holding shift, group. Yay, we've got, this is our necklace today. You can see, you can probably make a minion or something. What if we didn't want to add those together? What if we wanted to subtract? What would it look like? Remember how to do subtract? Means you make this little red guy here. It's this. It's going to be a hole. Okay? So make it a hole, and then you add these 2 together. Shift, group. Good. Good. That's what it would be like. Kind of looks like a lantern now. Cute little lantern. So these are your options. Anything you wish. Dice, you can make your own dice. Maybe make an egg holder or something you want to make for your mom. Anything you wish. And I can 3D print this for you, and we will do necklaces. So this is your object. Alright, so once you're done, save, So it doesn't look like a light bulb anymore. It kind of looks like a lantern, but I'm good with that. It's my design. Did it all by myself. Okay, download for 3D printing. Okay, so .stl is the what I need for my 3D printer. You can send this over to me in email, okay? Alright guys, that's it for today, and we will see you soon. So please send me your object as soon as possible. And you can, if you need some help, you can do as much as possible and send it to me, okay? Because I can help you edit some stuff, okay? Just send it to me as soon as possible, and we will, and I will do some modifications if you need for printing, okay? And I need to print it so that I can bring it for our session, okay? Alright guys, that's it for today. Good luck with your designs, and I look forward to making